recent comments by Chairman of Airpeace, Alan Oyema, about British Airways engineering a conspiracy to stifle its airline's new Lagos to London operations may have triggered cutthroat competition on that route. Already, there are reports of an over-the-top price war going on. Regular flyers on that busy route are evidently smacking their lips about the situation. There's been a hint of concern as well from those who say there is an urgent need for regulatory authorities to step in and protect the interest of travelers in all of what's going on. Well, Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us now to have a quick overview about this conversation. Good to have you on Newsday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good afternoon.
It's a pleasure of being as usual. Right.
So, Mr. Sobowale, what are your thoughts, on the price war that has been sparked by Airpeace on the Lagos to London route?
Well, it's a fight between David and Goliath. And let me first of all register my admiration for Alan Oyema for the role he has played so far. It triggered this price war, but he did it patriotically. He was protecting the interests of Nigeria. And luckily for him, the Nigerian government has not abandoned him, especially the Minister of Aviation. They are with him. Those people who took that flight to Gatwick are showing they are Nigerians. But you see, it is an uphill task because the market is there. We don't control the market. We have our own market, but we are so intertwined and joined globally that we cannot exist in a vacuum. So it is a pathetic situation. I will launch some measure of more government intervention to protect Airpeace as far as they can go. Because you can see what Airpeace triggered. There was a monumental airfare rise. Then they brought in their own price. And the prices dropped by 300 to 400%. And these other wealthier, mightier airlines dropped the price further. They are trying to run Airpeace out of the market. But you see, we cannot, we must face reality. If we want to outsource our aviation industry to foreign airlines, a cluster of foreign airlines, we cannot do that. There's nothing wrong with outsourcing. Outsourcing is paying for a skill you don't have, like you rent it. It's a skill you don't have anyway. You have no airline, and Airpeace is doing its best. What can Airpeace alone do against the rest of the world? And they need our market. We need their market too. So it's a give or take situation. Let us look at our strengths in the industry and our weaknesses and see how we can plug those weaknesses, which in this case, makes we are very, very poor indeed in the aviation industry. We are very, very poor indeed. And it happened right before our eyes. We have no airline. Airpeace is a privately managed one. Only Akwa Ibom has one airline. Lagos State is trying to go on board. But people are so skeptical about capability to manage airlines that you see what Nigerians need. It's like let me make a trivial example. In Lagos, Sonicon Stadium, if you play good football, the crowd there will applaud you. They will not say you are from Kano or Maiduguri. That's why they don't play matches, national matches there, because they look for quality. Same thing. The aviation industry, you look for customer satisfaction. You look for air safety. You look for ease of travel and comfort. That's why you have first class, business class, premium class, and you take the one you can afford. It is an industry which you have literally abandoned, and we are late starters. I'm not mocking my country, but it is very obvious that Airpeace is a lone ranger against big companies, big airlines in the world. And Nigeria is a market. It is not an isolated market. It's an international market. So let government put in more effort to try and this protectionism now. Although people will talk of interglobalization and all that. See, we need to protect this earpiece as far as we can go. And we don't have to watch until this giant Goliath of airlines drive it out of the market, which is their intention, through pricing.
What's that, Mr. Sobowale? I like that term, protectionism.
Right.
Now, using that as a premise, and when you consider the diversity of airline business models, whether it's low-cost carriers or full-service airlines, how would airfare regulation accommodate these differences that they have without unduly favoring or disadvantaging specific players?
You can't regulate this industry. That's what you have seen now. It is because market forces are at play. That is why this price is skyrocketed to about 7 million. Now, when airport intervention came down to 4 million, you see, the big airlines dominate the industry. You see, this issue is not Nigerians who don't travel are not bothered about that. But you see, in spite of the huge prices, those who have money, those who have cornered the naira, they still travel. You get me? But it's an international industry which you cannot control. You know, for once, I'm not talking of regulation or intervention. I'm talking of protection. You get me? But even that has its limit. It has its limit because it is the customer's choice what aircraft to take for very many reasons. A customer will even take to Kano, a trip to Kano will take a higher fare, pay a higher fare for a different airline. You get me? He knows what he's having in terms of customer service there. So that is customer loyalty. See, when airlines were competing in this Nigeria, if you use first class or business class, they have packages they will give you. They will say if you travel with them often, they have some discounts they will give you in your next flight and so on. But now, look at them. If our international airport, go there, you see it's a busy airport. It's a busy airport. But they're all foreign airlines. We went to sleep when the aviation industry was doing its best all over Africa. The South Africans, Ethiopian Airlines, Egypt, they all, we were all competing. We were competing with them before, but we got moribund, and it's only a Lone Ranger airpiece fighting for us. It's pathetic, but he has the Alelo has my admiration. It's a patriotic Nigerian, and I urge Keyamo Aviation to do all they can to give him a soft landing and not lose out in the competition entirely. That would be a disgrace to all of us.
Well,
yes.
Talking about the soft landing, the National Civil Society Council of Nigeria believes that the federal government can intervene, by granting a tax waiver to Airpeace, amidst this price war. Well, do you think this will go a long way in ensuring that he stays successful, on this Lagos to London route?
Since it's our own Lone Ranger, my take is that he should never be allowed to go under. You get me? They should do all they can to prop it up, because it's up against a formidable opposition in terms of the price war. They are not one. Emirates, all these big Lufthansa and so on. Nigerians go to their nation. So even if we say we want to do something to protect our own industry, if they decide to retaliate, we will be worse off for that. So it's a fight you cannot win, but it's a fight that we use patriotism, empathy. You get me? And blood is thicker than water syndrome to protect our own. That's the best you can do. Oh, yes.
Well said, Mr. Sobowale. Now, of course, I appreciate when you said Keyamo needs to do his part to enable Keyamo needs to do his part. But it also made me wonder about, the other factors that influence these rising costs when it comes to fuel prices, operational costs, and whatnot. Would you also like to see other industries, or should I say ministries, join hands with Kiamo's industry, the aviation industry, to also make Air Peace a success in this case?
You see, this is the aviation industry. We are handicapped there. It's not in all ministries that, or all sectors that we are handicapped. There are some that we are the one dictating the pace, some industries. But this is a long abandoned industry. And we are in lean times now. That the fact that Kiamo can give him the support he has given him so far is laudable. But it should not be at the expense of flouting international aviation regulations and rules. Unless, of course, maybe the government wants to take it over, and I doubt if Oyema will want that, because he will lose control, and he has suffered a lot since over a decade. He's been at it now. So we should do something, intervene to help as far as we can. Or if Oyema is ready to play ball, we can nationalize it. So we go the whole hog. So it's up to government.
Okay. Well, we'd like to thank you, as always. The word for the day, according to you, is protectionism, and let's run with that. Thank you so much, Rising Analyst, Mr. Dayo Sobowale. We appreciate you, as always. Thank you.